What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with a brand new review of what's the show? Love at the Lockup, you guys. Season 5, Episode 6. The episode is titled Unhappy Father's Day, you guys. So, before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video and you guys aren't subscribed yet, I don't know what the heck just happened. I literally just had a brain fart about my opening. So I'm gonna do it again. If you guys are watching this video and you guys aren't subscribed yet, you guys, do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, you guys, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let's discuss Love at the Lockup, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, I have to be honest with you guys, it was boring. It was boring as hell. The more that I watch some of these people on this season of Love at the Lockup, I, for damn sure, I don't want any of them to transfer over to Life at the Lockup. With the exception, it's like a small exception to two people that they don't get on my nerves. And that is Sheree and Anthony. Sheree and Anthony don't get on my nerves, and Brittany and Key-Rock, they don't 100% get on my nerves. Like, I don't dislike Sheree and Anthony. I like Sheree and Anthony a little bit, right? And I semi-like Brittany and Key-Rock, but like I told you guys before, I think Key-Rock is a gaslighter. But as far as Brittany and Andy, Joy and Red, and Melissa and Louie, those three can get the fuck off my screen. I don't want to see them again. Number one on the list, which is who we're going to start this episode up with, Melissa and Louie. If you looked up Melissa's face in the dictionary, if you looked up the word psychotic, crazy, delusional, a nutcase, a lunatic, if you looked up any of those words, you would see Melissa's high school picture right there with them barrettes. Like, there is something seriously unhealthy about Melissa, right? There is just something off about Melissa. I think Melissa needs to go see a psychiatrist to figure out, number one, why is she stuck in high school? Number two, why is she so batshit crazy? Like, there is literally something wrong with Melissa. So we opened up the episode with Melissa and Louie still at this dancing class, right? And Melissa still thinks that this dance instructor wants Louie. I was like, ma'am, what about Louie do you think that this woman wants? This is a man that just got out of prison. The only person that is stuck on Louie and wants Louie is your dumb ass. Like, and this is no slight, no shade to Louie, because I don't think Louie is a bad guy. But look at Louie and look at that dance instructor. She's a gorgeous, beautiful woman. Louie looks like the diaries of a wimpy kid. That's what Louie looks like. He looks like the wimpy kid. He ain't got no, he looks, he's 41 years old, but he looks younger than, he looks young and old at the same time. Like, the face is the face. His face is weathered, and that's probably from the drugs, right? Because he looks old in the face, and then his mouth, again, no shade, but he needs to get them goddamn teeth fixed, right? Like, when he opens his mouth, I'm like, now, girl, why do you think this instructor will want this man with these missing, he got missing teeth over here, rotted teeth right in the front. And then I don't even know what his bottom row look like, but I damn sure know what his top row of teeth look like. His top row of teeth are fucked the hell up. Missing, rotted. They need to all be pulled from his mouth. And you think she wants to be with yuck mouth? Girl, get the fuck out of Dodge. This woman, then she brings up the yoga instructor. I don't think either one of those women want Louie. Only person that wants Louie is your demented ass, your psychotic ass. You're the only person that wants that man. So they got in the car, right? She's still upset. She was like, she was flirting with you. She was not flirting with him. The woman was doing her job. You do know that those dances like the rumba, the salsa, the Argentine tango, the foxtrot, you do know that those are all very sensual dances. They have to hold their partners extremely close. So she was giving him instructions on how to dance with your psychotic ass, right? So she's like, yeah, she was just all up on you, but she wasn't doing anything with me. I was almost about to call her something. Lady, dummy, nutcase, psycho. She is supposed to teach him the moves to then dance with yo crazy ass. Please get Melissa off my damn TV screen. I just don't understand that woman. And then she kept calling the instructor thirsty. No, bitch. The only person that is thirsty is you. And I'm not calling Melissa a bitch. I'm just saying bitch in general. The only person that's thirsty is you. Did you not forget that you went to that man's job site, almost got him in, like, no, you're the only one that's thirsty behind Louis. You're the only person that's thirsty behind him. Then in another scene, we see this psycho call her sister and painting a different story to her sister. I was like, girl, that instructor does not want Louis. She did not do any of the shit that you made this shit up in your brain. We TV. I thought we told you guys during Lockup season 2 with her that we don't want to see Melissa ever again, right? So I don't know why y'all felt the need to bring her again. Hear me and hear me clearly. Do not bring this demented lunatic who needs to be in a padded cell hugging herself back to Life After Lockup, because I guarantee you, if y'all bring this psycho over to Life After Lockup, I will review. I'm gonna review the show. Absolutely not dropping my show, but I won't discuss her. Melissa will never get. I just will skip past her scenes because I just can't do Melissa at all, because she just doesn't seem wrapped too tight. Like, don't seem that tightly wrapped. And then, like I said, it's like a few screws are loose with her. But when she said that woman wants, I mean, he's hot. Hot where? Where's Louis hot at, sis? Because I ain't seeing it. Like, I don't see it. Do y'all see it? Let me know in the comment section. So she got mad at Louis. He slept on the floor the night before. He went to the gym to go work out. And then, she was on like I said, she was on the phone with her sister. So she told him that she's gonna take him to his mom's, but as they were getting ready to go to his mom's, his friend Dirk called him. So Dirk wanted to see him, so she took him to see Dirk, right? And she's like, hopefully Dirk can talk some sense into you. No, hopefully a psychiatrist can talk some sense into your dumb ass. I just don't see it for her. So, we got a little bit more about Dirk and Louis', relationship with each other. Now, Louis, you said that you did drugs the entire time that you worked at that pizza place? I'm so glad that you are 5 years sober. I am so glad that you're clean. Jesus, how are you working and doing drugs at the same time? Let's pause here and move on to the next couple, you guys. Next up, Andy and Brittany. We TV, I don't want to see these two ever again either, because for me, it is very evident that Brittany is depressed. And I think she's depressed being around Andy's. God, he looks like Louis Anderson. Rest in peace, Louis Anderson, right? He looked like Louis Anderson and Bobby's Meat World matched together. I know that they're the same person, right? But he looks like Louis Anderson and Bobby's Meat World morphed into a human form. Like, the real version and the cartoon morph them together. Bad combination, right? Again, WeTV. These two need to be. I don't ever want to see these two again. Andy is so selfish and self-absorbed. Like, he had all of these plans for when she got out of prison. And I'm like, but don't you see that this woman is, like, not at all happy? She ain't even cracked a goddamn smile. Brittany has not smiled. From the time that I saw Brittany on this TV screen, that woman has not smiled. And I'm like, dude, are you that into yourself that you don't realize that the woman doesn't look happy? Like, nothing about her screams, I'm happy. But he's all about, I'm like, here's the other thing with Andy. She has been in prison for 2 years away from her children. Why don't you say, hey, babe, I want us to be together. I want us to figure out this relationship. But I know that, you want to spend some time with your kids. and you've been in prison. So how about we take your stuff back to my place, right? And then from there, I'll take you back to wherever you want to go, and you stay with your kids for however long you want to stay with your kids. But no, Andy is concerned only about himself. And I really do feel bad for Brittany because, like, at one point he asked her, is it him that's making her uncomfortable? No shit, Sherlock. Yes, it's you. You're hovering over her like a creep. Like, come on, Louis. I mean, see, I called him Louis, like Louis Anderson. But Andy, yes, it's you. It's partly you, but it's also more so with her too. I also think her self-esteem is low. I really think her self-esteem was a little bit low because I noticed that. And with Andy had super duper high expectations. I was kind of confused. I was like, sir, why did you have such high expectations for a woman that just got out of prison who has children? Honestly, all I think Andy wanted to do was just get his dick wet. Like, I think Andy was just horny and just wanted to have sex. That's all I got from her. Also, Brittany feels that Andy is a catfish, right? Well, not a catfish, but a fraud. Because remember, he even told us this as well, that he had $1,200 for her, but when he met her, did he give her $500 or $600? It was somewhere he owed her some more money, right? Because remember, he said he had some fraud stuff on his account. But I was like, you never once mentioned that, sir. Never did you mention that. But okay, I mean, if it happened, it happened, right? I ain't seen her saying that it didn't happen. But then she said he told her he was gonna get her a car. She ain't got no damn car. I was like, did you really think did you really think he had money? I mean, look at this house. I don't think that this is his house. I think that this is an Airbnb. Like, the more that they kept walking around the house and looking at them rooms, I'm like, yeah, I think this is an Airbnb. I don't think this is Andy's house. It's not Andy's house. That ain't Andy's house. Remember, Andy lives in a trailer. No shade, no tea. But remember, when we met Andy, Andy was in a trailer park. This ain't his house. This is an Airbnb. Andy, who the fuck do you think you fooling? You ain't got it like that, bro. And here's the thing. It's okay to say, I want to do this for you, but right now, I'm between jobs, I'm this, I'm that, and just keep it a buck with her instead of faking the funk. Andy he didn't have no fucking $1,200. He didn't have it. He did not fucking have $1,200. Like I said, remember when we met him in Love during Lockup, he was living in a trailer park. This ain't no trailer park. This is an actual neighborhood. Like, I need to go back to that. This is an actual neighborhood that Andy is in, and I just thought about that. Let's pause here and move on because I'm tired of talking about this food. All right, you guys. So next up, let's go ahead. I'm trying to see who do I want to talk about, you guys, because like I said, this episode was boring as hell. Let's talk about Brittany and K-Rock real quick. So with Brittany and K-Rock, we really didn't get a whole lot about them. We got a lot in this episode, but not a whole lot, right? In the same breath. So remember, the name of the episode is Unhappy Father's Day. The title of the episode is because of Brittany, because Brittany's dad was supposed to meet she and K-Rock because they were getting ready. They went out on a date, right? And it was for Father's Day, and so she hadn't heard from her dad, and she was just kind of worried about it. So they went out on the date. Now, the one thing that I will ask in this episode is, did y'all pay for their food? Because, I mean, when Brittany got upset and walked outside and left their food on their table, I was like, so nobody's paying for that? Like, I'm pretty sure WeTV paid for it. So, like I said, it's Father's Day. Brittany wants her dad to meet K-Rock. So she called her dad, and her dad didn't answer the phone. Now, what I will say is, although you guys know how I feel about K-Rock, you guys know I think K-Rock is manipulative. I think K-Rock is a gaslighter. I think so many things about K-Rock, right? But what I can say in this particular scene, I like the fact of how supportive K-Rock was and told Brittany that, she had faith, he had faith that her dad would come, right? But unfortunately, her dad didn't come. I also want to point out last week when they were talking about her mom and her religion, her beliefs, right? I got what K-Rock was trying to say about, how her, feeling how he feels about Brittany's parents and her mom not agree. Here's the thing: when it comes to being LGBT, right? People are going to say that they don't agree with it, and that's that's okay. That's in here's the thing. I've said this plenty of times before, and I'll say it again. I like the fact that Brittany was defending her mom because she said her mom is of a certain age, so she came from a different generation. What I will say though, when it comes to people who say, "Oh, I don't agree," because I've even had to change my wording on certain things, right? Because I used to say years ago that I didn't agree with people who get an abortion, right? I used to say that, and I've since, when it hit home for me, I had to stop. I had to realize, it's not for me to agree with. It's not something that I have to agree with or disagree with, right? Because it's not my life. It's not my choice. It's something that I wouldn't agree with for myself personally, right? But as far as for someone else's life, I can't sit here and say, "Oh, I don't agree with." It's not my life to live. It's your life to live, and as long as you are happy, healthy, and flourishing, and not hurting anyone else, there's nothing for me to agree with or disagree with, right? So I feel that way when it comes to people who, like when people say, "Oh, I don't agree with abortions," it's not for you to agree with. If that person is if it's not hurting them, because again, we don't know why people get abortions, right? Most people have the thoughts and ideas that, oh, you're only getting it because you don't want to take care of the child. That's not always the case. And then when it comes to people who transition, right, from male to female or female to male, right? People love to say, "Oh, I don't agree with you, changing your identity, going from male to female," or, "Oh, I don't agree with you dating a man and you're a man," or, "Oh, I don't agree with you dating a woman and you're a woman." It's not for you to agree with. It's absolutely not for you to agree with. That's for that person to agree with. So I like that. I can see both sides, right? There are people from older generations who don't understand it. And you could chalk that up to they don't want, some of them are okay with they don't want to sit down and they don't want to understand it from another person's point of view. Some people do try to learn and, and adapt to it, right? So, yeah. So while they were on the date, like I said, Brittany was upset because her dad didn't come. So Key prison mom, I think her name is Kelly, she called. And I like the fact that Kelly was, talking to them. And she was, they were trying to calm Brittany down and, make Brittany realize that this is nothing on you, right? This is your dad. This is on your dad. And I do hope that things work out between Brittany and her dad. So then we see Brittany and we see her talking to Kirok's mom. Now, what I will say is I love that Kirok's mom is very supportive of Brittany, right? I feel like Kirok's mom looks at Brittany as if she is her own daughter, so I love that. But we did get a sad story from Brittany, and I don't know if I really want to delve deep into it because I don't want it to hurt my monetization on this video. So we'll briefly talk about it, and I'll talk around it a little bit, but I still will definitely talk about it because it's something that we got to talk about it. So Brittany was abused, by 3 men when she was younger, right? And she never told her parents. And I, I really felt bad for her because listening to her talk about it, it brought up a little bit of memories for me because I was too abused by someone, right? I've told you guys this story. I've told you guys about it. And I actually never told my mother. I never told her, but she kind of knew about it. She kind of knew about it. And my story is not similar to Brittany's exactly, but kind of similar, right? Because Brittany didn't tell her mom. I also, like I said, I didn't tell my mother as well. But my mom knew something had happened and she actually wanted to call the police. And I told her, no, let's not do that. I was like, nothing bad happened, which unfortunately something bad definitely happened, right? But I told her, no, let's just let it go. Don't even worry about it. It's not that, I was like, nothing happened. But again, again, something happened and she knew something happened. I won't tell you guys how she knew. Well, There were two ways that she knew something happened. But yeah, she knew for two. There was two reasons why she knew, and like I said, she wanted to call the police. She wanted to press charges, but I said no, and so she listened to me. I don't know why she did. I'm still shocked to this day that my mom listened to me. Mind you, I was 17. I was 17 years old. So yeah, you guys. I do feel bad for Brittany. I do hope that Brittany definitely seeks therapy because it feels like she's still dealing with that, you know. And I get it, right? Like I said, me being someone who's been through it, I remember I told you guys years ago that I used to blame myself for it. I blamed myself for a very long time because I felt like I put myself in that situation. I felt like I put myself in that situation, and it sounds like what's going on with Brittany. That Brittany feels like she put herself in that situation, but Brittany, you didn't, right? What happened to us is not on. It's not our fault, right? It's not our fault that people don't. I can't say for your situation, but I can say for mine. The person who abused me, I vehemently said no. I kept saying no, 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 no. I even tried to fight the person off of me, right? And I think I've told you guys this story before. The only reason why this person was able to do what was done to me is because the person pinned my legs together. So I couldn't move my legs. I couldn't move my legs at all. So that's the only reason why it happened to me. Because I was bigger than this person. I was stronger than this person. The only thing that this person was able to do was pin my legs down, pin my legs together, and push their weight on me. That was the only thing that was the only reason why. But yeah, if anybody out there who has been a victim of, I'm not even gonna say a victim, a survivor of this, right? You know, feel free, to, you don't have to say it in the comment section, but just know that you are supported by me. I know what that feels like. And if you guys definitely want to talk, you guys know you guys love, y'all DM me all the time, so feel free to DM me. And I hope you guys, if anybody is dealing with it to the magnitude that Brittany is, definitely go get the help that you guys definitely go get the help. It's out there. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel embarrassed. Definitely seek help. So let's pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Sheree and Anthony, you guys. So it ain't really a whole lot. Again, like I said, you guys, this episode was kind of, if I'm being honest, I think it was a little bit of a filler episode. And I don't even know how the hell this video is almost 30 minutes long with this boring ass episode. So Sheree and Anthony. So Sheree and Anthony, they woke up the next morning in the hotel, right? So he has to go see his PO. Now, he also has a curfew of 8 p.m. And I think that's very common because when my cousin got out of prison, I think his curfew was 8 or 9, one of the two. Because he had to be in the house he had to be in the house early. But again, there was nothing in my hometown, there was nothing to do. So it ain't like he was missing out on nothing. Yeah, he wasn't missing out on nothing. So yeah, but you guys know that they're having a welcome home party for him. Now his PO did grant him to be out till 1 a.m., I believe. And so they went to go see the PO. They're all wondering if the PO might go back on his word. But he went in. Now he didn't actually see his PO, and he came back out with the ankle monitor on. So now they're really worried about what'll happen. Can he go to the party, right? So he called his PO, left a voicemail for him, and so Sheree is breaking down in that car, and he was like, "Let me know when you're done." I cracked up when he said, "Let me know when you're done." So we see it as they made it home, right? He was tired and he wanted to go take a nap. Now, I thought it was incredibly rude that the producers were just in his face while he was in that bed asleep. I was like, do y'all want to get in the bed with him? Because that's what it was given, right? So his mom came over and she went in the room and jumped on him, right, and woke him up. But he finally came out and talked to his mom. Sheree explained to her, his mom, the situation that happened with the PO, that he didn't actually see his PO, and the one that he did see, she slapped an ankle monitor on his ass, right? So after that, he talked to his mama, and he was basically telling his mom, like, there needs to be some boundaries between his relationship with Sheree and her. Mama ain't really feeling that. And I don't know if it's going to be an issue or not, but we shall see, you guys. But let's pause here and wrap up this damn episode. You guys, let's end this shit with Joy. Joy, is it Joy Know Me? I believe that's what it is, but we going to call it Joy for short, right? Joy is delusional as hell. I just don't understand Joy. I really don't. So remember, they're going to get Red. Red is the only person that we have not met yet. Red is the only one. I guess they say the best for last, right? Like I've said plenty of times, I will be surprised if Red ain't playing the shit out of her. Because his mama, at one point, actually, I don't think the sister or the mama really feeling her like that. For damn sure the sister, right? So sis said that, hey, do you think he's talking to other women? And she's like, well, I hope not, but we really don't know. So his mama said, well, hey, let me throw a little flag in that play, right? And let me tell you. So he had women send money to me so that I could send the money to you. I was like, well, damn, are y'all trying to sabotage this relationship before it even really starts? Because they ain't really in a relationship because they ain't been together in the outside world. So the sister also asked her, did you ever go see my brother when he was in prison? She said, no. She was like, so why did you go see him? She says, well, I was going to come down here once and I bought the plane ticket, but I didn't have the money. And I was like, Joy. You ain't never got the money. So how the hell did you get this car? Like, everything the shit that you say don't add up. You said you bought this car. You said you've sent him so much money, but nothing adds up because we saw you, and I'm going to always bring this back up. We saw you go and pawn your family heirloom so that way you can go out here and get him. Then let's just think about this. Let's just add everything up because the math ain't mathing. This car that you in, where did you get it from? Is it mama's car? This car that you bought for him. How did you buy this car and you couldn't even get a plane? You didn't even have the money to get out here to him. Then y'all at a hotel. Now I know this is probably on production's dollar, but girl, nothing adds up with Joy. Nothing adds up. I'm just gonna say that one more time. Nothing adds up with her, right? Now, mama told everybody that they gotta be there before, they gotta leave early in the morning because they gotta be there before 8 o'clock. So his sister went to go get her and she was like, we're running late. And she's like, I'm getting ready. And the door, I don't know if she slammed the door in the sister's face or if the door slammed in back and when she let go of the door and the door just slammed. Yeah, this family ain't really feeling her like whatsoever. Joy, I want you to get out. I don't understand why Joy wants this man to come out of prison and be an instant dad to your child. You're delusional. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, that's the episode, you guys. I'm so shocked that this is over 30 minutes. This episode was not good enough, but I gave y'all a full review, and I'm still puzzled and befuddled and amazed that I was able to do it in that 31 minutes. 30 minutes. Very interesting. Like the video, you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications. Share the video. And until next time, you guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.